Today, I wanted to follow up on my last week's post about how the market was going to react, specifically the financials, banks, to the repeal of certain provisions within the Dodd-Frank bill. Now, I was guessing that Bank of America and JP Morgan Chase were going to uh, go up in price because the provisions were supposedly favorable to banks. And it's true, they are. However, if we look at the news more carefully, what the bill did was increase fivefold to $250 billion the level of assets a bank needs to have in order to be considered as too big to fail, right? So JP Morgan Chase and Bank of America are way um, higher than that. And therefore, the repeal of the Dodd Frank provisions didn't really help those behemoths like JP Morgan Chase and Bank of America, but it should have helped Fifth Third and uh, SunTrust, as well as American Express, which, unlike Visa or MasterCard, not only has a credit card division but also underwrites the loans that they give to the consumers. But from the chart, that's not evident. From the chart that we see that pretty much these banks are all moving in unison. The biggest gainer here is actually um, Fifth Third Bank because it rose over the last 3 months by 10%. Yet, in the last 5 days, when the news came out, um, all banks lost some value, right? Um, JP Morgan Chase 2.1, uh, the Bank of America 1.7, and from this chart we can see that um, Fifth Third Bank lost something close to that as well, but it's just kind of hard to see on this scale. Maybe we can zoom in and it'll be a little bit easier to see. Um, so, yep. Well, in any case, the um, idea is that the news should reflect market sentiment, but unfortunately, sometimes it doesn't. I do own some JP Morgan Chase and some Bank of America. My position in Bank of America is, I think, a net positive right now. Not too much, $265. Um, but my position in um, JP Morgan Chase is not doing as well. I'm still down 2.5%. And um, I thought it would be interesting to cover because the meeting of the Fed on Wednesday is gonna, uh, there's a 90% chance, according to the analysts, that Powell will and the rest of the Fed will recommend raising the rates, which usually should be very positive for the banks. But we can see that in pre-market trading, all of Nasdaq is down, but especially so for the financials. You can see it's already down almost 0.7%. So if we're not going to vote for financials, vote, what should we vote for in our share game? Let's get back to our sectors here. Technology was broadly down. Biotech was kind of mixed, and finance was Also next, energy and utilities. Um, uh, I voted for AWK on Friday, or rather from Thursday to Friday, and um, I made a few points on that. So I think I'm gonna go for biotech. I'm betting again on Teva, and I'm gonna pick him, hopefully win. I think that's gonna be it for my daily post. The only thing that I will also mention is that I sold off my Alibaba shares at a fairly good profit, I think. Um, I don't think they listed here what my purchase price was, but I think I gained around 3% there. Uh, and I also sold my Intel shares, and there I think I was over 10% um, in profit. However, I'm still down a lot with my Afria stock, 28% to be exact, which is around $19,000. And I'm really hoping for some positive news, like maybe Jeff Sessions would be fired, but I can't hope for that to happen that quickly after the firing of Rex Tillerson. But we'll see.